So today we are going to solve this question: maximum score words formed by letters. So this is a LeetCode problem, hard LeetCode problem, uh, which says given a list of words, list of single letters which might be repeating, and score of every character. So we have given a list of words, these words, and with the letters like all the 26 letters, or the letters that we have to use, and the corresponding scores to all the 26 letters that is available in the alphabet, right? So okay, so what is there to do for us to do? So return the maximum score of any valid set of words formed by using the given letters, where words of I cannot be used two or more times. It is not necessary to use all characters in the letters, and each letter can only be used once. Score of letters is given by score 0, so that's okay. Okay, so what it is saying is, this is a list of words. This is the given list of words, and we have given this letters array, right? So, what so our task is to pick some random characters from this letter, from these letters, like A, AAC, right, or any random letters, and concatenate them and try to match with the words given in this words array, right? So, one example is like dad. So I can pick D, A, and D. So I can pick only once. So this D I can pick once. I cannot repeat this D, right? So if I take this D is not available for the next time we process for the other word, right? So okay, I take DAD, dad, right? Now can I form cat, right? So search for the letters available. So in cat there are three letters, right? C, A, T. So we will search for the letters in these letters array, right? A, I found it. C, I found it. Then T, I did not found T, right? So I will not be able to form this word from the given letters by the user, right? So one thing I can make sure is just whatever the word we are picking, right? We have to make sure that the letters in that word must be available in the letter vector that we have given. Okay, so cat cannot be found. Now good, we will go for good. So G, yeah, O, yes, O, yes, and D. So we can form good from there, and we have already formed D, A, D, that, right? So all my D's are compensated. One G is compensated, two O's are compensated, and all three D's are compensated. Okay. So can I form dog from there? No, because I have already used all my letters given to me. So what are the most? So there are two words that I can form at once. Now, will there be any other two words that I can pick, or any other three words that I can pick from there? So okay, so I try to pick dog first, right? So D, O, and G. Okay, so we got the dog. Now cat I cannot do. Good, no, I cannot do, because for good I need two O's. But now I have only one O available, right? This one. So I cannot make good also. Now dad. So D, A, and D. Yes, dad I can make. So so I have two options. I got two combinations. One is dad and good, and another is dog and good. Oh, sorry, dog and dad. So now try to get the add the scores of these two, right? So for the dad, so this is the scores array, right? So for this score of 0 is for A, score of 1 is for B. So A score is 1, B score is 0, C score is 9, D score is 5, and so on to Z. Okay, so we got the intuition behind this score. We got the idea what the score is telling us, right? So we got this. We have two combinations, right? Dad and good, and dog and dad. So first we'll sum up the values of dad and good. So given dad, we got 5 plus 1 plus 5. You know, right? A, B, C, and D. So okay, D score is 5. So D and A score is 1. So D, A, D, that is 11. And good is 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 5, that is 12. So 11 plus 12 is 23, right? Okay. So we got 23. Now for dad and dog we calculate. For dad and dog we get only a score of 21. But we need to return the maximum score of any valid set, right? So the maximum score would be 23. And this is also valid set, dad and good. And this is also valid set, but the score is little less than this score that we got, right? So okay, so what is the approach, like what how we are trying to chase this question now, right? So first thing is greedy. Greedy approaches, like we get the elements. What we can do is we calculate the score of each word in the words array. Like dog, I calculated a score. For cat, I calculated a score. For dad and good. Like this way. For corresponding words, I have calculated the score and I have created a map or anything you want and I have stored it in there, right? So uh, now, if I have to go through greedy, right? Uh, it means that the user must pick the greatest one first, right? Because we are doing greedy, right? So if I sort the whole words with corresponding to their scores, then I will get good as first, then dad, then dog, then cat, right? This is the way I got my another vector, another new word string or vector strings by sorting them in a decreasing order, right? So okay, so I got good and I got that. So for both, if I calculate the sums, then from there I got 23. Okay, so for this example, the greedy solution will work. But if I go to this example and apply the same greedy approach here, let's see what happens. So, so the first word is triple XZ and the other words are AX, BX and CX, right? So if I take triple XZ, I am compensating 3 x's here. So 3 x's I am taking and 3 x's will cost me 5, right? X, Y, Z, yeah, 5. So 5 plus 5 plus 5, that is 15 and Z is 10, that is 25. So I got 25 as my first answer. And if I used this, if I've already used this, then by the greedy approach, the greedy method will tell, oh, I have already got the highest answer, there is no need to go further, I will manage with this. So what he will do is he will not exclude these three things, right? In that case I got 25. But if I if I or if a skeptical user or programmer like wants to go to this path, then if he go to that path, then he will what he will see is I tried AX, right? So A is 4 and X is 5, so 9. BX is 4 plus 5, 9, okay. And CX is also 4 plus 9, so 9 plus 9 plus 9, that is 27. The sum here is 27 and the previously for triple XZ it was 25. So what is greater, right? 27. So okay. So one thing that I got here is that greedy solution will not work here, right? We have to go to some different things. What we can do is, so like what I was doing was that we were picking the words, and the one thing that you have noticed is that I can either pick this or not, right? I can either take it or not take it and go through rest of the strings, right? Yes, that was the idea. So there is this recursion. So this way the recursion has come to my mind, right? Okay, and so I have got the idea that we have to use recursion and also backtracking. Why backtracking? Because if I am if I pick this, right, if I pick this, that's a different case. But if I did not pick it and I want to go further to explore all the possibilities and from them I will sort the maximum answer, then in that case I must use backtracking because I have to reset the word frequencies that I am picking, right? So like we can create a map. In that map, I can create or I can store the frequencies of each letters that is available in my word section or in my letter section. Okay, yes, that's the one case. And once I pick a string, like if I pick this word string, word zero, then I must delete those frequencies. I must reduce the frequency because I have to use it. If they are given the question that we have to use each letter once, right? So that is the case. Now, now this part is done. Like mapping is done, and the visited and not visited, or picking or not picking part is done. The rest thing is just recursion. Try all the possibilities. If you pick that, okay, go for it. uh, calculate the scores, get the maximum score. If did not, then go to the other part, calculate the scores. Like I am doing both cases. Like I am solving all the cases there. Right? Because greedy won't work, I have to do the recursion. Recursion means going through all the possibilities. Right? So okay, let's look at the code. Okay, so this is the code. Right, I will expand it. So what the code is saying, right? The code starts from there, max score words, right? So we have created a frequency vector, and at at first the frequency of all the 26 letters in that vector is zero, set to zero. So in the letters I got the frequency, I calculate the frequency. Now the time for me is to, like, the function I call to backtrack. You can call it anything. But this is not a backtrack. Backtrack is something, a single line of code that we do in a function. Okay, so this is not a backtrack. We can call it solve as well. So backtrack I do in words. In the backtrack, I must need scores, and I must need a current score, and I must need an index, right? This frequency as well. Right? How can I forget this frequency? Okay. So we have passed these attributes in this, right? So these attributes are, I have been told, word, score, frequency, index, and current score, right? So what is the basic? Basically, is I visited the whole string, right? And I am standing at the end of that index. In that case, I have to get the maximum and I return and then return the value, return the max. So I have returned the max score, right? So okay, so you must ask why max score is not declared here, right? I'm using max score, but I'm declaring it as a global variable. Why? Because once I go through this recursion, the scores will update, right? Max scores will keep on updating. So I I must reuse the value, right? So for that case, we can also use a reference, that is int and max score. Like I can pass it by reference. Not creating a copy, I can pass it by reference so that I can still use it for the other case scenarios, right? So that's why I've used max score as a global variable. Okay, so you got the idea. So now I got the max score, return it, and if it did not, then we have to do the things, right? Pick and not pick. Okay, so one thing is I go to the index, next index, do the same thing. So I will go to the next index to calculate the for the recursion part, right? And if I'm doing it, I got the string, I got the word, like the words at that index. For example, triple xz. I am right now I am exploring this triple xz, right? Word zero. So I got this word zero triple xz, and first thing is I am exploring this triple xz, right? So whether I can be able to use it or not, I am declaring a boolean for it to making sure that I am using this triple xz. Okay. So now in that word, I will go into that word. For each character, I will for each character we will get these equivalent scores, right? So yes. So if I can use it, so actually what this is like, if that frequency is less than zero, means we can't use it because it is not available, right? So that's why I've used this can use. Now if I can use it, I I must use the score, right? So for the score, I created a get val from the word and the score. So get val is very simple function. We just need to calculate the scores out of the words, right? So I calculate the score, return the score here, and backtrack with the new score, right? Backtrack with the new score, and backtrack means not backtrack, recursion. I would say recursion because this is not a backtrack. I would say recursion with the new score, with the next index and the new score, and then backtrack. Backtrack means I must reset the frequency so that I can use the other half as well. That is given that is given to me as a in the words vector, right? Because I have to explore all the possibilities, right? Because greedy won't work here. So that's why I'm using backtrack by registering the frequency. And if I submit it, it should run because I already run it. So yeah, it's running, right? So we got the answer, right? How the things are working, how we should approach the code here, right? So that is the question for you for the lead code hard tagged question, like maximum scores word formed by letters, right? So thank you so much. If you have understood everything, it's very good. And if you have not, then write down in the comment section. If you have any doubt, go to LeetCode discussion, go to LeetCode solution, go to other solution, how they are doing it, and get understanding from them. Like, okay, so the first thing is like try to practice with pen and paper, right? In pen and paper, when you draw the diagrams, when you draw the whole flow, then only you will be able to understand where the code is getting stuck, what exact thinking you should be approaching, what exact methods, what exact constraints, like here max score is there outside the in the global variable. How I come up with this? What if I have used this max score in my current code? Then it will change the values, right? So that are the things. These are the things which a beginner, not a beginner, any mediocre programmer also will try to explore these so that they can get a so that they can actually solve these problems, right? So okay, thank you so much.